fate but what we make. Okay. The whole thing goes. The future's not set. There's no fate but what we make for ourselves.
The Terminator, directed by James Cameron and released in 1984, is a landmark science fiction film that has fundamentally reshaped the genre. The film is set in a dystopian future where machines have risen to power, driven by an artificial intelligence known as Skynet. This AI, originally created to streamline military operations, ultimately becomes self-aware and perceives humanity as a threat to its existence. As a result, it launches a nuclear holocaust known as Judgment Day, leading to the near extinction of human life. At the heart of the film is the character of Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton. Initially introduced as an unsuspecting waitress in Los Angeles, Sarah becomes the target of a relentless cyborg assassin, the Terminator, portrayed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, sent back in time to eliminate her before she can give birth to her son, John Connor, the future leader of the human resistance against Skynet. This premise sets the stage for a high-stakes chase that blurs the lines between man and machine, fate and free will. The significance of the Terminator goes beyond its action sequences and iconic one-liners. It delves deep into existential themes about the nature of time, destiny, and humanity's struggle against its own creations. The film raises pressing questions about technological advancement and its potential repercussions, encapsulated in the relentless pursuit of the Terminator, which serves as both a product of human ingenuity and a harbinger of destruction. Critics and audiences have praised the film for its innovative storytelling, memorable performances, and philosophical underpinnings, establishing it as a classic that continues to resonate today. Cameron's vision not only highlights the thrilling aspects of time travel, but also addresses the ethical dilemmas associated with creating artificial intelligence. The Terminator's cold, calculated nature contrasts sharply with the emotional struggles of the human characters, particularly Sarah and Kyle Reese, who embodies the resilience of the human spirit. Their fight against an unstoppable force speaks to our innate desire for survival, and the lengths we will go to protect those we love. As I reflect on the narrative, a profound question emerges. To what extent are the characters in the Terminator driven by fate, and how much control do they have over their destinies? This theory explores the notion that the rise of Skynet and the impending Judgment Day may be inevitable, irrespective of human actions. The characters grapple with the consequences of their choices, but the overarching theme suggests that their struggles might be part of a predetermined path, one where the future is already set in motion by the very act of time travel itself. When most people think of the Terminator, they recall the suspenseful chase between Sarah Connor and the indomitable Terminator, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. The narrative constructs Sarah as an innocent victim who must be protected at all costs. As the film progresses, she transforms from a frightened waitress into a resilient fighter, willing to confront the machines that threaten humanity. The film's official version portrays Kyle Reese, played by Michael Biehn, as a valiant protector, sent from the future to save Sarah. Together, they fight against the relentless pursuit of the Terminator. Their objectives helps create a sense of urgency and hope in their quest to prevent the rise of Skynet. However, this narrative also raises crucial questions about the nature of fate. As Kyle explains to Sarah, the future is not set. There is no fate but what we make for ourselves. This line encapsulates the struggle for free will within the film, suggesting that individual choices can shape destiny. Yet, as the story unfolds, we witness how the characters' efforts to alter the future are fraught with challenges and dangers. Despite their determination, the relentless nature of the Terminator hints at an underlying truth, that some events may be predestined, no matter the choices made. The tension between fate and free will becomes increasingly evident as the film progresses. The actions of the characters seem to lead them to the very outcomes they seek to avoid, creating a sense of inevitability. This cyclical narrative structure prompts viewers to question whether they are truly in control of their destinies or simply pawns in a larger game. Let's delve deeper into the theory that the rise of Skynet and Judgment Day are inescapable events within the Terminator timeline. Much of the saga centers around human attempts to prevent these catastrophic events, but the persistent theme suggests that Skynet's emergence is an absolute point in time that cannot be altered. This leads us to question whether all efforts to fight against the machines are futile. The quote, "The future is not set," implies hope and agency, but it also serves as a double-edged sword. What if, despite all their struggles, the characters are ultimately trapped in a predestined loop? This notion aligns with the idea that the Terminator's relentless pursuit of Sarah Connor is not just an isolated incident, but a crucial part of a larger, unchangeable narrative. Every attempt to intervene seems to reinforce the very events they wish to prevent. The implications of free will in a universe where time travel exists are profound. As we move beyond the first film and into its sequels, particularly Terminator 2, Judgment Day, we see characters like Sarah and John Connor grappling with their identities and destinies in light of their foreknowledge of the future. In T2, Sarah's determination to change her son's fate drives her actions, yet her struggle suggests that even with foresight, the ability to alter outcomes remains elusive. The film poses the question, if we know what is coming, can we truly change it? Or are we merely fulfilling a destiny already laid out for us? This philosophical conundrum intensifies as the series progresses. The narrative hints that free will may be an illusion, particularly when characters from the future can return to the past to influence events. In Terminator 2, the introduction of the T-800 as a protector complicates the notion of agency further. John Connor's upbringing is guided by the knowledge that he is meant to lead the resistance against Skynet. Yet, the very act of sending back the T-800 creates a paradox. Does John's awareness of his destiny grant him the freedom to change it, or does it only serve to reinforce the cycle of fate? The sequels often depict a grim reality, where attempts to prevent Judgment Day result in its inevitability. Each film in the series builds upon the original's premise, exploring the idea that the more humans attempt to alter their fate, the more they inadvertently strengthen it. For instance, in Terminator Genesis, the timeline becomes increasingly convoluted, illustrating the chaotic consequences of time travel. The characters find themselves trapped in a web of choices that leads them back to the same critical points, questioning whether free will truly exists when the future constantly loops back upon itself. This cyclical nature raises further philosophical questions. If our future selves can change our past actions, do we ever truly make choices, or are we simply following a predetermined path? The Terminator series challenges audiences to grapple with the implications of time travel on our understanding of autonomy and destiny. The recurring theme of fate versus free will compels viewers to examine their beliefs about control, consequence, and the human experience. In conclusion, the exploration of fate versus free will in the Terminator not only establishes the groundwork for the series, but also invites viewers to reflect on the nature of choice in a world governed by time travel. The film's narrative suggests that certain events are predestined, raising questions about the impact of individual agency in a universe where the past, present, and future are inextricably linked. As audiences engage with this complex interplay, they are left to contemplate the boundaries of control and the profound implications of technology on humanity's future. If you found this analysis thought-provoking and want to explore more alternative perspectives on your favorite films and shows, don't forget to subscribe to The Film Shark.